Good morning, all. Today we are going to see about the legal issues in nursing. Last day we have seen some of that we should be briefly see here the legal issues of in nursing. That introduction. Law is a result of the minimum level of shared values of ethics of a community of people. Law and ethics are related. Nurses may act in ways that are legal but not ethical. Both law and ethics are related to politics. Okay, this law and nowadays we are seeing that this law and ethics, everything is related to politics. Law means the body of rules to guide human action. It is the guiding the human action. Mm, mm. Then coming to the definition, laws are rules of conduct established and enforced by authority which prohibit extremes in behavior so that one can live without fear for oneself or one's property, according to Sullivan and Decker. Then types of law: common law, criminal law, civil law. The torts, intentional torts. These torts all you have studied on your first year foundation. That intentional torts, intentional with the intentionally we are doing. Assault, battery, invasion of privacy, defamation of character. Unintentional torts, malpractice, negligence. Importance of law. Importance of law to the nurse. Nurse have more responsibility. Increased numbers of advanced practice in nurses. Law is there to assist the in decision making process involved in nursing practice. Law is there for protection of nursing practice. Law is there for identification of the risk of liability. 5 legal issues in nursing: signatures at Gordon, documentation, report it or taught it, rights to privacy, were doing what. These 5 legal issues in nursing, we should have to put the signature, what we have written. We should document what we have given or what the medications we have given, what the instructions we have, that all should be document. Report it. We should be report what the things we are going to do. We should get the private permission from the patient or higher authority what we are doing. That's the reporting. Then rights to privacy. We have some rights to do the privacy that we should be follow. Then you are doing what we are doing also should explain each other. Then medical legal issues: consent, capacity, advance directives, blood sample or toxic substances screen. Legal negligence of nurse: failure to use equipment in a responsible manner, failure to assess and monitor, and failure to communicate, failure to document, failure to act as a patient advocate. That failure to use equipment in responsible. For example, we are using the ventilator. That ventilator we are not proper using of the ventilator. We are not caring of the ventilator like that way. So that not proper using the equipment. That not in a responsible manner. We are irresponsibly we are behaving to that equipment. That is the first failure. Second one, to assess and monitor and failure to communicate. What all things we have assessed and we have monitored, that is for the heartbeat, everything is there. We should, that all things we should assess and monitor that at the correct time, and that if and also if there is any increased heartbeat or BP, we should be communicate. If it is any we are not communicating the patients, that is health status is we are not communicating, that is the failure, negligence of our care. Then failure to document, but the documentation, improper documentation is also a failure. Failure to act as a patient advocate. Thus, we should be sound nurse. We should be communicate. We should be always with the patient. Then legal malpractice in nursing: delegation, early discharge, nursing shortage, advances in technology, increased autonomy and responsibility, better informed consumers, expanded legal definitions in liability. Then current legal issues in nursing, that is HIPAA, Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act in 1996. It defines numerous offences relating to healthcare and sets civil and criminal penalties for them. It also creates several programs to control fraud and abuse within the healthcare system. Then current legal issues in nursing: emergency medical treatment and active labor, Patients treated under Emalta may not be able to pay or have insurance or other programs pay associated cost. They are legally responsible for any cost incurred as a result of their care under civil law. Patients whose advance intention is to receive medical care and fail to pay cannot be held criminally liable unless they intentionally and knowingly provide false identifying information to dodge billing. Then electronic health record and electronic health record. That is an involving concept defined as a systematic collection of electronic health information about the individual patients or population. Failure or damage caused due to the installation or utilization of electronic health record system has been feared as a threat in lawsuits. Similarly, it is important to recognize that the implementation of electronic health records carries the significant legal risk. Then, patients' bill of rights. Information for patients, choice of providers and plans, assess the emergency services, taking part in treatment decisions, respect and non-discrimination, confidentiality of health information, complaints and appeals, consumer responsibilities. Then legal role of a nurse, provider of service, ensure that client receives competent, safe and holistic care, render care by standards of reasonable person, supervise, evaluate that which has been delegated, documentation of care, Indian clinical competencies. Okay, thank you. I think you understood these topics. Thank you all.